Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a baby girl card using some of the Lemoncraft papers. Now I've got it all prepared ready, the bits that I'm going to use. So what I've done is I've had a card blank here, a 5 by 7 inch card. I've matted with some of the brown cardstock on the base, and then I've cut a piece of the Lemoncraft Lullaby papers, the backing papers, and what I've done is I've just used an edge distresser to give it this sort of rough look, as you can see there. And then I've cut 2 ovals out, and what I've done here is a lot of papers have beautiful pictures on them, as an example like this one here. Okay, so what I've done is I've just put a die around the shape, so you can use, in this case, excuse me, I've used an oval. You could use a square, you know, a rectangle, whatever, or freehand cut it yourself, so you can use that as like the focal point for your card. And that's what I've done with this one. On this occasion I've used the baby girl bit here. So what I've done is I've just matted it onto here, stuck it on with some glue, and I'm going to put it onto my card here. But because I want a bit of depth, I'm going to use some foam pads. So I'm just going to add these on here like this. I'm just going to use 5, one in the middle for a bit of support. I'm just going to take the backing bits off like this. And then I'm going to place this on. I'm just going to stand up to do this so I can make sure I'm putting it where I want it. So I'm going to put it about like that. I'm putting this a little bit more to the top rather than in the middle of the card, because I'm going to do a little flower embellishment there. So that's the base of my card. Now obviously I could leave the card like that and send it like that, but I do like to add flowers and leaves and things, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use one of my yellow moulding mats and an embossing tool, which I've got here. Okay, now what I've done is I've already cut out some flower shapes from the papers in the Lullaby pack, and whatever papers you're using, if you cut it out of the same papers, then you know everything will tone in and match nicely. I've also cut some out of glitter card as well, as you can see here, and I've cut a selection of glitter leaves, which I've got here as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually shape some of the flowers. So if I just take those off there. Now, because this is obviously a two-tone paper, sort of, you know, double-sided, I want the pink flowers showing, so I'm going to turn it over onto the back there. So I've got the pink face down, and I'm going to use my tool just to go around the edge of the petals like this. And if you can see, it's starting to actually shape the petals. The whole thing is lifting up. Okay, and I'm just going to turn that over and just press down in the middle like this, and then there you can see I've got a shaped flower. So I'm just going to do a few more of them, go around the edge like that. Now at this point, if you wanted to, you could also use some ink on the edge of the petals just to sort of define them a bit more. I'm not actually going to do it on this one, but the kind of thing you do is you get one of your tools here and you just rub across the edges, and it will just highlight the edges there. But I'm not doing that on this card. I'm going to keep it plain. So press down in the middle there again. I do it with the rest of the petals. So it is worthwhile investing in one of these ball tools, one of the embossing tools. We do have them in stock. They're really good to use. Now I've cut out several flowers. Now I might not use all of them, because once I start laying them on my card, I might think that I've got too many, so I'll just see how I go. So just a few more. Just around the edges. And what it does is it sort of creases up the petals, which is quite nice. There we go. So I've got a few there. And I might just do that as well with the glitter ones. Just curl those up a little bit. And this is a nice glitter cardstock I'm using. It doesn't shed the glitter, which is lovely. There we go. and I've got another couple more to do. So I don't know if you can see there, but they're all now, instead of being flat like that, they're all raised up. Let's just do this one. There you go, so I've got those ready. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out how I'm going to do these flowers. Let me see. I'm just going to compare them onto my card, whether to do one big one or what. Okay, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to get my pokey tool, and again we've got these in stock as well. These are so good to use. I've got some stamens here, so I think I'm going to go for this sort of browny colour because it ties in a little bit with the background I've used there. So I'm just going to open those up so that I can get a few out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pierce a hole, and I know what I've forgotten. My little important tool, oh, I've got it here. My little piece of wire, which I'll show you. It's just literally a piece of plastic coated wire, which I've folded in half like that, and I'm going to use that to feed the stamens through. So I'm just going to get a few together. Let's have a look. There you go, just a good few there. I've got about 7 or 8 there, I think. Oops. Okay, and I'll keep those ready there. Because what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to get a couple more of these flowers. I'm going to punch some holes in the middle. You can press it right through in this mat, it won't do any harm. We've got these in stock as well. So just make sure they're all done. That's it. So they've all got a little hole pierced through. So now I'm going to get my wire. Okay, and I'm going to feed those through the middle like this. Let's just show you. There, can you see? Like that. Okay, and I'm going to get one of the smaller flowers. I'm just going to feed it through there. Will it go? That's it. And pull it through like that. Okay, now you can use Cosmic Shimmer Glue, which is fine. I'm just going to use my glue gun. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of glue there, and then I'm going to get my next layer ready, which will be, oops, this one, and just feed that through. Okay, and just stagger my petals a bit. Now I have actually got my phone mirrored to the iPad so that I can see what I'm filming. However, as always happens with me with modern technology, the iPad has stopped working, so I'm hoping that you can see everything okay. Right, so I've got 2 layers there. I'm going to do one more of the big one, which I've just realised I haven't pierced the hole. That's it. So I'm just going to feed that through. So I'm having like one big flower on this. Pull it through like that. And I'm just going to add a bit of glue. Just in there like that. And stagger my petals and pull it through. There you go. Okay. I might just push these up a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to put a little bit of glue just on the back there. Just let that set a bit whilst I do my other flowers. Okay. Excuse me. Right, so I've got some smaller flowers here, so I'll get a few more of these stamens. Probably don't need quite as many on the smaller flowers, but I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to just feed them through. So I'm going to put that through there, like that, and through another layer. I think this time I'm just having the 2 layers on this flower. Okay, so that's those done there. Just push those up a bit. Add a little bit of glue in the middle. and make sure I've staggered my petals. Hold it for a couple of seconds while it takes, and then a bit of glue on the back, and we'll let that just set. Okay, right, and then I've still got these little flowers here, so once again I'll get a few more stamens and we'll feed them through. And I think with these I might just do some single flowers now rather than having a couple of layers. I'll just do them singly. So we'll get my little tool ready like that, okay, and feed it through like that. There you go. Let's just push them up like that, and a little bit of glue on the back. Okay, and then we'll take that off and let that one set. I don't know if any of you have visited the website recently. It's Craft All Day, but we've updated it. Obviously, whilst we've been on lockdown, we've had time to do stuff to it. We've updated it. We've added lots and lots of stock on. We've realised that actually we sell the most amazing papers, loads and loads of them, all different makes. So please do check it out and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook, and to the newsletters as well, which you can do on the website. Okay, so that's another little flower done there, and they all say to do it in odd numbers, don't they? So I'm going to get rid of that flower and I'm just going to do the glittery one. So, because I reckon when you do it in odd numbers it's more pleasing to the eye. So I shall do that. So a few more of these. We'll thread it on and just poke that through like that, and a bit of glue in the background. Actually, if anyone's got any tips as to how I can keep the iPad playing when I've mirrored it to the phone, it only seems to last about 5 minutes, then it shuts off, so I can't see what I'm doing. But if anyone has got any tips, that would be wonderful. Okay, so those are my flowers all made now. Now I've also got some leaves here which I've cut. Now again, I'm going to just go around here like this. Now the flowers and leaves have all been cut with the Lady E dies, which we've got in stock. They're really lovely ones, good quality. So there's my leaves there. These are from a different make, which to be honest at the minute I can't remember. Okay, so I'll just shape a few of these. Like I say, I might not use all of them. Once I start trying to put the card together, I might change my mind with what I'm doing, so we'll see. Okay, just got a little bit more there. Okay, and it's nice when you shape your leaves and your petals and that, because it does give some dimension to your card. Now I'm just going to get some sharper scissors. Here we go. And I'm just going to cut the ends of that there. Now because I'd already put the glue on, that's kept that safe, so they shouldn't fall out. Just trim them off. Okay, there we go. And this last, oh, I've done that one, haven't I? Oh, it's this one. Okay. The only thing with using a glue gun, obviously, you get all these stringy bits, which actually sometimes I don't mind on cards because I think it just looks quite natural. It looks like spider's webs or something, so it's quite nice. Right, I'm going to stand up to do this now, to layer it. Let's have a look what we're going to do. So what I tend to do is I just have a play around first, just placing bits on, seeing what I think, how I like the look. And then if I wanted to, I could change it. And sometimes if I've got to, just give you a little tip, if I've got a look that I like, and then I think, oh, I've got to take it all off again to glue it, I use my phone, I take a picture of it, then I can keep the phone at the side, and then I can actually redo the picture, or rather the card, straight from how it looked on my camera. Oh, I might do something like that. I've got another little one there. Shall I do that? Yes, I think I might do that. I'm quite happy with how that looks. I had also got this little word cut out. Now, am I going to add it or not? Let me just have a look. It says kisses. Shall I put that, or is that a bit too much? Put it there. Do you know, I might leave that. I think that might be a bit too much. Okay. I've also got little butterfly. I had a little bit of scrap paper left, so I never waste the scrap paper. I'll punch out little bits and pieces. I could add a little butterfly maybe somewhere. I'll have a think about that one. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to glue these bits on now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my glue gun. I'm going to move those, and I'm going to put a good amount of glue there, because I want that to stick to it well. So I'm just going to hold it in place for a few seconds. That's it. And then I'm going to add these little glittery ones. So if I put a bit of glue to the side there, I'm just going to tuck that one underneath, a bit like that. Okay. Just turn my card around so I can see this other side. I'm going to do the same here. Bit of glue. Oh, I think I've moved that and it wasn't quite set. Hang on. Let's just add that one in. Just going to hold them down just for a few seconds, and hopefully that's lovely. Okay, and then I've got this bottom section to do, so that's going to go there. So I want a bit of glue on there. Just use my tweezers because I don't want to burn my fingers. However, we've also got the finger protectors, the silicone finger protectors, which is good, especially if you're using glue guns a lot, because you can burn yourselves, so you do need to be careful. Okay, so I've got that there. I'm going to add my bigger flower, so I'm going to do a good amount of glue there. Just hold that on. Hopefully that's taken. And then I'm going to add these. Now what I'm going to do this time is going to put a bit of glue on the back of that, and with my tweezers I'm just going to feed that in. Whoops. I'll just hold it down for a couple of seconds. And do the same around this side. So a bit of glue on the back there. Get my tweezers and just push that under like that. Let's bring these petals up a little bit more. Okay, and then I've still got some leaves here, so I could add one under there, couldn't I? Yep. I'm going to lift that up a little bit. Will it work? Yep, that will. So I'm going to keep holding on to that. Bit of glue on the back. And push that right underneath. Will it go? That's it. And then another one here. So will that one fit in there like that? Yes, it will. So again, a bit of glue on the back. I'm going to push that under there like that and just hold it down for a few seconds. And there we go. Just move those little bits. And then that is our card done. So you can see it there. Now the only other thing I could do is, let me see if I've got my glitter glues. I use them so often, they run out, and I put them back in the holder, forgetting that they've run out. Let me see if I've got a little pin just to clear it. Just a sec. Just see if I've got any left in here. Where shall I put it? Right, I'm going to put a little bit here. Now, what I tend to do is when I do the glitter, I don't put it all the way around. I tend to just do it in sections, just a little bit at a time. And anybody who knows me knows how much I love my glitter. Okay, let's see, put a bit more in here. So I'm just choosing little areas to add it. Like I say, not everywhere. But it's up to you. If you like more glitter, then you can put more glitter on. Let's have a little look there. Okay, so that's that thing. And I might just add little dots of glitter in the middle of those flowers there. And that is my card done. So if you wanted to, you could, if you've got little gems or little pearl drops, you could add those on your card as well. But that is the card finished, so that's ready to be sent out. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial and it gave you a few ideas. So let me know what you thought of it.